Hello everybody and welcome to Paul Gardens. Today is August 2nd and we will be doing our garden update today. Let's take a walk through the garden. August is a time of transition in the garden for me. So currently we have a lot of our pole beans doing incredibly well. Flowered about a week ago, just starting to produce fruit, which is awesome. We have our tomatoes, which have been producing for probably 3 weeks now, really ramping up production. But we had here, where we were trying to grow our edamame, bunnies got to the leaves, chewed them just basically to twigs in the ground. We pulled those out and we have planted our fall carrots in this area. Over here, we have our last remaining squash plant. This is our summer squash plant. This plant is struggling, but still alive. Our golden squash and our zucchini, which were both back here, have become the victim of squash vine borers, which was unfortunate. Back here, our 2 eggplant plants, both Black Beauty, are doing fantastic. We've gotten about 4 eggplants off them so far, and we have about 5 other fruit currently set on them. Back there, we have more of our tomato plants. We have a sweetie, a yellow pear, a white cherry, and another yellow pear, all doing really good back there. So far, my favorite flavor tomato that we've done this year has been the white cherry. It's been really fantastic flavor-wise. The yellow pear has been incredibly prolific, but the flavor is a little bit on the bland side for my taste. If we take a look over here, we have what remains of our cucumber plants. Wilt got them slowly one after another. This is a Marketmore 76. This one is on its way out. It is unfortunately also succumbing to wilt. These are pickling cucumber plants that were planted a little bit later. It looks like one of them might be infected, but the other 2 are currently okay for right now. Take a quick look at the back of our tomato plants. This is the white cherry I was telling you about. Fantastic little tomato, really thin skin, nice tomatoey taste. Over here we have the yellow pear tomatoes. Really prolific, but a little bit on the bland side. I mean, it still has more flavor than I would say like a store-bought cherry tomato. But if I'm growing them, I definitely want that tomato taste. Here we have some of the ones that are ripening. Right here, we have our sweetie tomatoes. These have been really good, awesome tomato taste. We've been using a lot of these for caprese salads because the mozzarella balls we get are about the same size, so it works out really good. Don't have to cut up things too much. Back here we have our 1 slicer sized tomato, and that was a black Tula or a black Trifle, I believe. And it's doing pretty good. A lot of fruit is set. It's one of the last ones to ripen, but it's coming along pretty good. As you can see, we have our pole beans kind of wrapping around our tomato plants. Kind of creating this cool little jungle vibe back here. Our peppers have struggled this year. All of our pepper plants have been being eaten. I believe it's Japanese beetles because I've seen a couple of them, but it hasn't been a full infestation. This is, you know, a full year of damage that they've done. Nothing really skeletonized. I mean, this is about as far as it gets. On the plants, but as you see, this is our shishito, our jalapeno, really kind of get munched down, and they've really kind of struggled this year. Also did them in pots this year, which was great for moving them around, but I just don't know if they had the full amount of space to kind of grow. They're a little bit smaller than plants I've done in the past. Here we have our strawberry boxes. We have a second little batch of strawberries actually coming through right now. The bunnies have not realized that they're here yet, so we have been able to get a few off the plants, which has been really phenomenal. As soon as they do figure out that they're here, they'll be all gone though. And then this strawberry plant is also getting eaten by some kind of pest, but this one produced very early and prolifically and has definitely tapered off towards the later part of the year. Did some prep work on the back half of this bed today. Threw a little bit of organic fertilizer in there to re-enrich the soil. Gonna be planting something here. I don't know if I'm gonna hold off a week or two to save this for my fall bed, which I probably will. And then we'll start some of our fall crops, probably some radishes, lettuces, and maybe some peas back here in about a week or two. Last thing I wanted to mention is this year, with everything going on in the world, I've definitely not had the time and energy to put in to my garden that I wanted to this year. And I know a lot of people who are in the same boat. So if you're watching this video and you're feeling bad that you've neglected your garden, or you haven't been able to do all the things that you've wanted to, either pest control wise or planting wise, you've missed some planting dates, or you didn't plant half a bed because you just didn't have the energy or the willpower to do so, that's okay. You know, with everything going on in the world, it's okay to not be okay. Thanks for joining me today at Paul Gardens. Be sure to subscribe for more great gardening content. Stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you in the garden.